Hi, today I'm going to show you how to draw 4 different types of anime eyes. There are many ways to draw eyes, and it all depends on your own art style, how you want to portray your character, and what works best for you. As you can see, I've drawn a few different types of eyes here. The basics are always pretty much the same, but I'm going to walk you through how to draw eyes using different shapes and methods. The process for each eye will be broken down into 2 parts. First, I'll show you how to draw the 4 types of eye shape. Then, we'll come back to the first eye to add the iris details for all of them. Let's start with the first one, a common and standard eye shape. I always begin with drawing the upper eyelid. Also take note of the general shape of the eye. Next, thicken the upper eyelid. Here, you can draw a chevron-like shape at the outer edge of the eye to make the eye shape more prominent. Now, draw a circle or an oval for the iris. Most of the time, we don't draw a complete circle for the iris because part of the eye is covered by the eyelid. The lower eye line is usually just a simple line. I will also draw an extra lash line here to beautify the eye. I've shaded the upper eye line here, but you can leave this unshaded if you want your character to have light color eyelashes. Draw a thin line for the double eyelid. Keep this line light to avoid making your eye look swollen. The eye is not finished yet, but we'll come back later to add the other details. For the second eye, I want to make it cute, so I'm imagining a larger and rounder eye shape. The basic steps are the same, starting with drawing the upper eye line. This time you can see that my upper eye line has more of an arc. Notice that I drew a larger circle for the iris here. Basically, we usually give cute characters bigger eyes. While the steps remain the same, the main difference is the shape. That's why it's important to visualize the general shape of the eye before you start drawing. Now let me show you the third eye shape. This time, I want a more fox-like or cat-like eye. Notice how the outer part of the eye slants upward slightly. You can follow the same steps here. First, thicken the upper eye line. Shade the upper eye line, then draw a thin line for the double eyelid, followed by a line for the lower eyelid. When drawing the iris, try experimenting with the size and position of the circle. How much of the iris is hidden by the eyelid to create the look you want for your character. For the last eye, I want to try a flat, elongated shape. This type of eyes is usually for mysterious characters, or if you want to make a character look scheming. For this eye, only a small portion of the iris is visible here. Let's come back to the first eye and work on the iris. The most common way to draw the pupil is to draw a smaller circle at the center. Usually we will shade the pupil darker, since our pupils are of a dark color. There are different ways to draw highlights, and this is one of them. Here, I drew a cone shape at the top left area and an oval shape at the bottom area of the iris. Next, we shade the iris. What I usually do is I shade from dark to light from top to bottom. I will also leave some white space near the bottom to create some contrast. You don't want to shade everything. Now I'm going to show you a different way of drawing the iris details. To make this eye look cute, I drew a larger bubble for the eye highlight. I then drew a heart shape here for the pupil. You can be creative about it and try out different shapes for the pupil. As you can see, I just shade the iris lightly. Shading it too hard or dark make it difficult to see the other eye details. For this cute eye, I will add lower eyelashes. I drew another thin line below the bottom eyeline and drew some short curves. You can also add some lashes at the side here. Now we are going to try something different for the third eye. Since I wanted to create a foxy or cat-like look for this, I drew a super thin almond shape for the pupil. Notice how I drew the eye highlights or reflections using different shapes here. I also shaded super lightly here for a light colored iris. The last one here is going to be super easy. I'm just going to shade horizontally from top to bottom. You don't always have to draw many details for the eyes. Try exploring different styles and find the ones that work for you or your characters. We have come to the end of the tutorial. Thanks for staying with me and I hope this video helps. See you again.